2022. MITA Unshackled. Let's grab these Ispire things and put them in the right spots. Where's that at? Oh,
right
over
in front
here.
Of your face.
That's okay. They'd rather see Ispire than me. That's much more interesting. So, Dimitri Downey again here, back with MITA Unshackled. Here with Luna.
Hi, y'all.
Co-hostess with the mostess.
Oh, well, I'm getting my dab rig out because I really want to show you guys.
Can we dab legally in here?
We cannot off the record.
Okay.
We can, but on the record.
But can you dab with a non-illicit substance, as they call it?
Yes, there's supposed to be no vaping inside, but it's a very, very light dab.
Okay.
This is a sneak preview of our new rig. I'm Luna Stower. I'm the Chief Impact Officer here at Ispire. We're at 6701 on day 1 of Mjbizcon. This is personally my 7th BizCon. I am so honored to be here. I love my MITA family. We have so much to do in the whole country, but especially right now in Arizona, so having them out here is essential. And another beautiful human being in the cannabis industry is Drew Emmer, and he is with Boveda, and they're also global, right? So anywhere where you have flower, even outside of the cannabis industry, they even work in tobacco, they are the humidity gurus, and they save the terps. That's the whole reason I'm here, is for the terpenes and the plant.
She's got this covered.
I mean, it's amazing.
She's unbelievable. Isn't she amazing? We're just going to talk about. We're going to talk amongst ourselves. You just keep going. Okay?
I cannot imagine my life without Boveda. I am a home grower. I personally grow my legal amount of 6 plants in California in my backyard, and I use different levels. It goes from like 58% to like the high 60%. Every strain has different needs. Sometimes you're keeping it in the sun, out of the sun. You know, I really need it because I can't have dry weed. If it makes me cough, I won't even smoke it. So for me, something as small as this can actually make or break. You put so much energy and love into growing something and storing it and curing it and making it. And at the end of the day, Jeff,
we got Woodstock dabbing over here.
Jeff.
We got Woodstock. We got Woodstock dabbing. That's what's going on over here.
Hey, Luna, this is
Woodstock is over 21. We already carded him.
This is absolutely stunning.
We love it. It's the astrological zodiac dab. We haven't named. I don't know if we have an official name for it yet, but it's the star dab, which is perfect because I'm Luna.
If I may, and you know, we're going to go do a whole show on Luna here in a second, but just let me throw Drew in here for a second, who we refer to as the strategic partnership guy of Boveda, who we love, and also the guy who just makes shit happen. And we've known each other for like 10 years, I think, in the global cannabis industry, and we've known each other for like 10 years, and everybody knows each other for 10 years, and it's so exciting to have you.
It's really great to be here. Thank you very much.
They're everywhere. Boveda was at the Blunt Brunch last night.
We're just gonna hug over here, you guys.
Everywhere.
So tell us what's going on with Boveda at the show today. What are you guys doing?
There's some new developments at Boveda. We've got new products that are being announced. We've got a cap closure where we integrated Boveda into the cap of the jar.
Oh my God, that's funny because I put 2-sided tape and I put them on the bottom.
We got it figured out. Yeah, we saved a step, and yeah. So we have that, and then we've got a fresh bag. We've got a new 1 pound fresh bag that has Boveda in it for storage for,
another problem solved.
You call them fresh bags? Is that a more polished way to say turkey bag?
Fresh bag. No, it's better. It's a really nice bag.
It's really nice. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so
man, you're saving people's asses out here.
Well, in Las Vegas, yesterday morning, I checked the relative humidity when I woke up. It was like 43% when I got back to the hotel after walking all over creation. It was 19%, 18% relative humidity.
Way too dry.
You expose cannabis or your lips or your skin to this kind of dryness over any period of time, the life just gets sucked right out of it.
I feel like going and rubbing lotion on myself right now.
Yeah,
I feel kind of
even
dry.
Just giving us that bag of them, even just letting folks know. Nick from Golden State Banana, Shiloh from Emerald Cup and Grow Lights.
I love Shiloh.
Like they both freaked out. They were both like, "Oh, we don't actually. Wait, we really do. We're in Vegas." Like it was such a good. The proof is in the pudding with these.
They work.
Do they make like Boveda sleeping bags?
We have not made a sleeping bag yet, but that could be a thing.
It could be a thing.
It could be a thing.
Tell us a little bit how the technology works. Those people don't know.
Yeah, Boveda is really simple. It was designed to solve a problem 25 years ago. The cigar industry had chronically dry cigars. So Boveda came up with a pack that at 69%, 72% relative humidity kept everything really fresh.
I feel connected to Boveda because my parents say that I was designed to solve a problem about 50 years ago.
Yeah, and I solved it. Very nice.
My birth solved a problem.
That's awesome. So yeah, this technology is simple. It's a natural salt and water solution with a binding agent. It's inside of a membrane that allows water vapor to come out and sucks water vapor in. It's genuine two-way humidity control. I always tell people we go both ways. Yeah, right there. So we attract water.
That's smart.
We attract water in a surplus environment, and we dispel water in a deficit environment, which all that means is precise humidity control. That's it. It's all we do. We make little bags of water that are really efficient and powerful, and they keep everything yummy.
It's so simple.
Who doesn't like yummy?
I love yummy.
You do like yummy. And talk about yummy. I mean, I just want another aside to the brilliant artwork of the Ispire line. I mean, what these guys have done in branding, what you've done, Impact Officer is right. When you introduce yourself as the Chief Impact Officer for Ispire, you're an impact player. You really are.
It's an honor and it's a lot of responsibility. This space is getting muddied and there's a lot of dark energy and low vibrations, and we just have to keep it really high and relate it back to plant medicine every time.
Much respect for the positivity that you bring to this industry.
You know, I don't know how to navigate a podcast when Ispire is trying to praise Boveda and Boveda is trying to praise Ispire.
Well, it's really not about Boveda.
Right, and it's not about Ispire either. It's about the terps.
Well, I was trying to make it about Drew. Myself,
yes, it is.
Because it's all about Drew,
right?
In our minds, because he's so humble and he's such a connector,
and he's been in it for a long time in an industry where there's a lot of turnover, and it's stressful to be in biz dev.
And we love you, Drew. So we got Boveda and Ispire, great product. Google it, look at the website. Tell us a little bit about Drew. Tell us about your little journey, where you're at.
My little journey has been an epic journey. I fell in love with Boveda in a cigar store 10 years ago. What'd you say?
No, because you fell in love with Boveda 10 years ago in a cigar store. You're moisturizing because it's dry.
Because it's dry, yeah.
Yes, that's good. We store
Boveda has their own...
which makes a lot of sense.
It's
basically
Boveda
chapstick.
So it's very on brand.
Yeah, so my career was in the music industry, and I've been in sales all my life since I got out of school.
You were a guitar player.
I was not. I was a
saw you. I was Grateful Dead.
I was a telephone player, and I ended up managing bands and doing some things in the music industry. So
and you managed Bon Jovi.
I not quite Bon Jovi.
Metallica? I'm just kidding.
No. So I had that sales deal, but then I fell in love with Boveda. Somebody said to me, "You'll never recharge your humidor again." Because I'm a cigar guy. I've been a cigar guy since I got sober in 1984. So I had a long and enjoyable career with a variety of mood-altering substances, and that stopped in 1984. And today I'm proud.
When you were like 7?
I was 22. I was kind of looking at either death or maybe making it to my 25th birthday.
Wow.
But the bottom line is I advocate for the cannabis plant because it represents everything good about what healing, natural healing medicine has to offer.
Plant-based remedies.
Yeah, it's a really big deal. So I want people to be free to discover that for themselves. For my personal situation, other than having a cigar once in a while, I don't imbibe. But you've known that forever, and people find a way in this industry to accept me nonetheless because they know I'm a stand for freedom and the liberty to be able to find your way. And if you end up being somebody like me and you want to stop drinking, or you want to stop using heroin, or stop using meth, or whatever you want to stop, I mean, let's talk. I mean, that's kind of that's my main thing, and then my side light is Boveda. I help Boveda make relationships in the industry.
You know, I have the same spirit. My main thing is MITA, and I do broker deals and I do consulting, but my spirit is helping people find the paths that help them heal through plant-based medicine, alternative remedies, whether it's cranial massage therapy or taking a walk outside. or coffee or whatever substance that they want to use responsibly, whatever plant they want to use responsibly to help achieve that balance that they need. I think my voice is looking to be a little more like yours. I'm getting my radio voice now.
You sound good.
Don't I? I'm channeling you.
But Luna's always ready to go on the air. She's got a great voice.
Yeah, no, her presence has elevated the whole podcast.
Luna's the bomb.
So check it out, Ispire and Boveda. We're going to invite you guys to participate. We got Ricky Williams, who's like a Jedi. We got Jake Plummer, who's also like a Jedi.
Wonderful.
We've got the Southwest Center for Healing Arts, which includes tons of alternative remedies.
There's an extreme kinesiologist part of that too, and I love that.
We're going to be doing Super Saturday from 9 to 4 p.m. No alcohol allowed the day before the Super Bowl in Phoenix. We're going to be doing yoga. We're going to be doing teach-ins. We're going to be doing alternative remedies. And we're going to be talking about how our great gladiators from the NFL, like Ricky and Jake, are now using alternative remedies to find healing. And Evan's got the vibe.
Yeah.
We just confirmed this morning, Ricky here at the Ispire booth that Ricky is in. Jake confirmed a couple days ago. Southwest Center for Healing confirmed like last week.
Beautiful.
It's all not for profit. We just got to put the whole thing together and make it happen. It's exactly the spirit that you're talking about.
Right.
Everybody's been talking about. Oh, we're gonna shake hands. Everybody's been talking about.
Oh, you're in. We're in.
Everybody's been talking about.
Hand them a check or something.
No. Everybody's been talking about the big Super Bowl party events, and this cool. It's fun where Snoop gets there and everybody, Budweiser, everybody sponsors it. And people are consuming and stuff. That's a therapeutic remedy that people need the joy, the recreation, the music. That's all good. I get that. That's a form of healing. But our approach is a little different, a little bit educational, a little bit more what I consider like high-level academic, scientific, find your path kind of thing. And that just came, and the reason I'm bringing it up right now is because it's your spirit.
Yeah.
We want you guys involved. So this is Unshackled. We talk about things as they develop, but it will happen. You guys gonna come?
Super Bowl Sunday.
Saturday.
Super Bowl Saturday.
So Super Saturday.
Super Saturday.
Super Saturday. It doesn't have a name yet.
Well, it's the Super
Saturday Health and Wellness Festival so far.
It's a pre-party.
Super
Saturday. So
Bowl.
We'll figure it out.
You could smoke a super.
It's a Super Bowl.
We'll figure it out. But
That's
tell
a great idea.
So your journey led you into Boveda. So you've been there for 10 years. So that's 10 years.
I've been there 7.
7 years.
I was the 10th employee. Company's 25 years old. And I started 7 years ago, and now we have about 77 or 78 employees.
That's incredible. That's so much fun. The cannabis industry and the growth of all these companies, I don't know what other industries are like at this point in my life, but I can't imagine a more cool industry with more activity, more startups, more. I was a 7th employee, now there's 70 of us. That's a startup. It's just absolutely exciting.
In the business, in the last 5 years, the business has grown. Our traditional premium tobacco business, there's a whole new market with millennials, and COVID caused a whole bunch of people to discover the joy of smoking premium cigars. The cannabis industry obviously has been blowing up. The consumption and reach of the plant seems like it's never ending, even though a lot of markets are going through some pretty significant pain right now. And then we're in the musical instrument business too. We keep guitars and violins and cellos and reeds for oboes and clarinets. We keep them at precise humidity levels for people that play in the symphony orchestra. So that's it. And we're in the food business, the medical device business.
Who's it coming in right there?
There it's David Tran.
Hi, Dave Tran.
Hi, Dave Tran. Nice.
Come back here. Come
David Tran is in the house.
Yeah.
Tran, come on here.
That's what happens. People walk along there, and there's all kinds of fancy people out there, and then they pop in, say hello.
This is David Tran.
So David Tran is hosting one of the biggest parties tomorrow night at
Shangri-La.
Shangri-La at Mjbizcon. So we're thrilled to say to him.
Go ahead and talk.
Guys, I don't know how to use my new iPhone. I just got it.
Yeah, jump in. So
yeah, the Farechild event is pretty much the best event to go to in Vegas, or really any cities, and it's really going to be the best event.
I don't know why you guys. Wonderful friends. Oh, I love it. I love seeing you guys.
This is good.
How has it been for you today?
Good. I think we went hard last night, like we always do, because there's just so many good people to say hi to.
Love that. Everyone's all excited when they get into town.
Yeah, and you know, Yeah, so anyways, it's been exciting today, getting my steps in, seeing some good people.
You look amazing.
Oh, I feel great.
Okay.
You are great.
Oh, jeez.
So here's a
He's the
guy.
nicest.
We were talking about sort of the altruism of the cannabis industry. This is a guy
Yes.
whose reputation is loving people. Your reputation is loving
Appreciate
people.
it. Oh,
What a great reputation to have.
Oh, well, that's kind of you.
Yeah, but you learned that over the course. You got taught that. Your story is really a rich story about how you discovered what's really important in life. And
For sure.
You're awesome to people.
Oh, well.
You're awesome.
Yeah,
are.
you really do take care of your people.
You're awesome to people.
You're awesome. You guys
Community
are
is what we
all
do.
awesome.
Family is everything. You know, family is very important to me. And so this is my extension of my family. So you treat people, well, and that's how you can actually, have these partnerships and these relationships. I mean, that's the only way.
Yeah, that's the way it's built
Because
on.
it's so tough. I mean, this is still a business that we're running. And we know how hard it is. So I just think like relationship building, that's why events are so important to us.
Right. Was it Ram Dass that said we're all just walking each other home?
Well, yeah.
We're all just figuring out every day. We're figuring out what
Yes.
feels good and what doesn't feel good, what's worked and what doesn't work, and just with a lot of hope and faith and support. It's like without purpose, what's
She's
the
the shit.
point?
Oh,
You know?
believe me, she's.
She is.
You're.
So fucking cool.
Yeah, my spiritual
doing the work,
spiritual
just
guru
doing the
right
work.
here, you know?
Yeah.
So just for the sake of example, you pioneered a magazine that set a standard in the cannabis industry.
Oh yes.
Thank you. Yes.
Dope
And-
magazine,
And
Dope.
which we should have called Tran magazine,
Yeah.
Tranimal magazine.
The Tranimal.
but there's never a sense of it being about David Tran.
No.
It's about everybody else.
Well, DOPE stands for defending our plant everywhere. So there's
Oh,
a
what?
real So to me, it's a true responsibility that we have to tell the story, and we really focused on people and their stories because that's really what was going to change minds. If I see someone that's going through and they're using cannabis to, elevate their life, then someone out there is looking at that and saying, you know what, maybe I will be okay with, trying this.
Right.
Yeah, it changes the whole mainstream narrative. When you see stories, it changes the lexicon. A lot of these things are semantics, and it's all rhetorical, and there's a lot of propaganda out there, and the only way to change it is through storytelling and through giving new language.
Yep. Experiences.
That's why this is important. I mean, you're getting out. I mean, you're educating, but also, this is the normalization of it. We're all from different backgrounds. We all have different, ways where we're in this industry. But that's what's, great. That's what makes it great. And
You're a walking invitation to participation in the industry.
Yes. Don't hate,
welcome-
participate.
Yeah, I like
welcome
it.
people. You welcome people. That's your thing, man.
Yes.
That's your
And
magic.
platformed them and
Yeah.
elevated them.
It is super welcoming. I feel like you do a good job of like trying to make connections too. Like if you know different people and you know what somebody's looking for, you're always like putting two and two together.
Plug life.
Yeah, plug life.
Oh yeah, the plug. The plug.
Hey.
I have no bling.
No bling. It's okay. Come on.
We're gonna have to change that. Yeah. This would look really good.
Yeah, if you catch him, sometimes he'll let you wear it for a couple of minutes before, if you're having a
might
slow
have to get a
session, you get
picture with
really.
it later.
Maybe that was just me. Maybe that was just a Luna.
Right.
It's a Luna.
Yeah.
Got special rights, She's just like, give me that. I was like, yes, ma'am.
You said yes, ma'am. Take it.
Like borrowing like an Oscar de la Renta dress for the gala. It's like borrowing the
Yo,
Ross
maybe you guys will trade one day.
Well, yeah. Oh, that's
You
dope.
are the
I mean,
ultimate plug.
Oh well.
This actually says Ispire in it. It's
Oh, that's
engraved.
dope.
Yeah,
Super dope.
it's
That
a $1
is
million
super dope.
club. You either spend $1 million with us or sell $1 million and you get one. So.
Is that actually a piece, a rig, or something that you use to consume?
Nope, it's just
Just
a
a
nod to the traditional
ornament?
legacy
I love
market, the trap, the flipper.
Yeah.
Right on.
It's everyone
The
needs a plug,
plug.
you know?
The plug.
And that's what it is. It's like a conduit, right?
Yeah.
'Cause everyone knows the guy who knows the guy, but if you're holding that in, that's what I love about the
That's-
cannabis
yeah.
space. You know, even teachers, when I was in the teaching space, people would charge each other for their curriculum. It's like, we're in here to build literacy.
Yeah.
You should
Right.
share your spreadsheets and your things with everyone. That's how we all are. We share our SOPs, sometimes to a fault. And even just being an event coordinator like that in and of itself, just creating space all of us need a place to recreate outside of these more formal environments. Like, I don't think we understand how important and how central that is to doing business. People always make jokes. All the deals get done at the Mjbizcon after parties, and it seems like it's a flippant thing, but it's because it's more of like a living room vibe where you're like,
personable.
I can see how you move in the world. I know I want to do business with you because I'm breaking bread with you. I'm learning about your kids. I know your dog's name. We're looking at baby photos. Like, it's intimacy building. And
it's
I think
a personal
really
business. It's a very personal business.
It is.
You know, and if you're lucky, you know, the people that you're gathering will go out and do things together. You know, find love, find business together, find all of those things. It's just like, that's what gets me excited when they come back, like, oh, well, this is, I met at your, and that's why I love events, you know. I mean, that's just, you know, I love events, even though we're a ticketing platform, you know, compliant ticketing platform where, you know, you can, you know, log in and, you know, have full access. We're event producers too, so we know how hard it is. So we just simplify the ticketing process, and of course we have a bank that allows compliant banking, you know, which again, other platforms right now, they're not allowing it. But, you know, this is our chance to continue to build the community and really have a central place where people can, you know, I'm here in Vegas, this is where I'm gonna go tonight, this is the people that support the industry, and, you know, we got a long ways to go, and, you know, we're back in startup mode, but, you know, that's the fun part. You know, you go back and you know, find that passion, and, you know, creating stuff has just always been exciting for me, and brand building and doing that, but also helping other brands, because we know how hard it is too, so we want to make sure when we throw an event, the right people are there, they're meeting people, and I try as specifically as possible, like, who do you want to meet? Let's make that happen. Let me take away the pain of, you know, distraction of taking 3 people and, you know, build out a whole activation. You know, it doesn't make any sense. So I think that's, you know, our purpose in the industry, and, you know, I love being the, you know, the plug. I mean, she is the plug too, but I think, you know, if you're open and you actually participate and you're out here, you know, it takes a lot of time away from your family, you know, what you do. But when you do that and you continue to connect, you're actually helping everybody else around you, because the more you could connect to and have a meaningful relationship, I could, you know, I'm never the one not to say, yo, do you know this person? Sure, I do know this person.
You're working on the business, not always just in the business.
Well, building the community. The plug is about connection. It's about connection. It's way beyond. I mean, it's part of it's about getting relief or getting high, but it's about connecting with each other.
Right. It's not just transactional. It's a conduit.
How can we help each other?
So I have a challenge I'd like to talk to you about briefly. Someone said to me the other day that the cannabis industry has sold its soul. And I thought that's very sad to hear somebody say the cannabis industry sold its soul, because the commercialism and the big companies and the money grabs and all that. But this guy had a really good point. He got involved in the cannabis industry because he wanted his wife to have access to medicine. And he said, what I mean by the cannabis industry sold its soul is it's not taking care of patients first and foremost anymore. And I agreed with him, and I think that's a given. So I think compassionate care needs to come back to the center of the industry and be the heartbeat of the industry. So the good news about selling your soul is you can buy it back. So in a world where there is redemption, if we had a chance to get the government to give us a little bit of that tax money, get the producer to give us a little bit of that revenue, get Boveda to give you a little bit of that cost of the pack, you know, get everybody that's a stakeholder to chip in, then we could possibly make medicine available to terminally ill patients at no cost.
Or veterans.
Baking in your triple bottom line is what they say. If it's not in your pro forma to already do these things, you do not have a viable business in cannabis, and we do not want you in this space.
Wow.
I feel like a lot of companies right now too, especially like with a bunch of different states and MSOs, they're bringing on like recreational cannabis in different states. I feel like, I mean, personally, I feel like anytime that people do acquire recreational when they're already a medicinal state, then that's when people start declining on the medicinal values for the cannabis patients, or like you say, giving back. They do less events, less things to like educate. Like when the bud tender, or when patients used to come in, I feel like bud tenders used to actually be like, oh, this is the terpene terpene profile is made with, and this is whatever else, and these are the effects, and
it wasn't just a commodification.
Yeah.
It was like you were a pharmacist instead of just a transaction.
Yep, and then I feel like now that it's becoming more recreational, especially because there's so many MSOs who are just hiring and hiring, the turnaround rate is so crazy. So like most of the people who work in as like the bud tenders, but like front linemen, don't even know exactly what they're talking about 100%. So then they're trying to sit and push on like this medicinal component, but they don't know about it.
Yeah, and I mean, one day insurance companies will allow it, right?
Yeah.
And they will pay for it. And cannabis is not cheap.
No.
So if you need to be on like 100 milligrams every day, it could get costly, and people need that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So just being able, I mean, we look forward to that banking, but we also look forward to insurance companies saying, you know what, cool, you need this, for your cancer.
It's like acupuncture, chiropractic. They're starting to do now. Like they're slow to move, but yes, we need that. And and we're talking about real weed, not synthetic marinol, right? We want plant medicine, not a molecule that was made in a chemistry lab
or something. I feel that. I think a lot of the brands, especially like more larger MSO brands, I feel like most of them are trying to give back to the community. I know there's a lot of different organizations out there who give back to veterans, lower their card costs or pay for their card costs in different states, or like give them an allowance of some kind of cannabis. I know the Canna Mama, Parisa Rad, she gives back to a bunch of children or people like a little bit underage who have like disabilities who suffer because she went through that own process with her daughter. So now she sits and she tries to educate more parents and give back in that aspect. So I think there's definitely a movement in the right direction for the people that are already here or like have been here.
That's so exciting to hear.
And that's the ethic of the plant. The plant is about altruism.
It's generous.
It's about, it's a very generous.
You always weigh heavy, right?
She is generous.
Yeah, she's abundant.
And you guys are generous for having me here.
Oh, love you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
I appreciate it.
I had no idea.
I appreciate you letting me drop by.
Walking through.
Appreciate you guys.
David Tran.
See you tomorrow at Shangri-La.
Shangri-La tomorrow.
Shangri-La.
Ispire has a VIP table. Come by and pop a bottle.
Come by. Do you guys have any like closing thoughts or maybe like a motivational quote you want to put out there for the viewers if they're sitting and going through like a hardship or maybe like feeling the same type of way?
Add cannabis to your life and add life to your cannabis.
Smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah, smoke weed every day. Did someone say that? Yeah. Well, stay dope. That's every day.
Yes.
Treat people with respect. And you get respect, and it all goes around and around.
And I said this yesterday on my podcast with MITA, lawyer up. That's always my advice to anyone in this space. If you don't have good contracts in place, if you are not reading through every bit of language with every partnership you have, and you don't have someone with a really good understanding of the cannabis-specific legal ramifications and implications and all of that compliance, you are going to be in a really scary space. So lawyer up, read your contracts, get good contracts.
Yep.
Listen to Luna.
I know that's not a sexist.
I second that.
Much love, buddy.
Thank you guys for your time, and tune into another episode of Meat Unshackled.
Right on.